very, very happy to welcome Shweta. Shweta, she's a very, very bright, studious student, always trying to stand out in a class. If there is so many, we can definitely identify a bright, and it is a compliment to her that she is very bright, and she's going to help you to tell how to make a career in science, and what was her path, and what kind of opportunities you can find up in the world. Yes, Shweta, come on. So you can introduce yourself and your path in life science and how you set up a career after you did your MSc.
Very good morning, Sharanya ma'am. Hi all. So thank you for those kind words. It was really reminiscing, and I was studying I think microbiology or molecular biology with Saranya madam, and she was so helpful. She always used to tell us like, okay, don't worry, after this you will get into somewhere, and she has helped us to send my resume also to so many places. And so now I did my biotechnology, and even like all, I was preparing for GATE and NET, so many exams probably. So don't get worried with so many exams. At the end of the day, you only have to finish one exam and be good at it. So the whole fundamental is very similar, and mostly it's all like whatever you learn, you have to go and write. You don't have to keep pushing, okay, I need to top, or I need to get into place. So it is not like preparing my GATE. I got into one university that was not, and actually that course was not of my one of my favorite subjects. That's why I didn't get into it, and I joined corporate as clinical data management. And I worked there for 2.5 years in IQVIA. Then I joined as a project coordinator, and I started writing clinical contracts for those people, like for the sponsors team, like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and it's a whole part of project management where different subgroups are there. And after that, finishing all those for 1 year, I'm here again for my higher studies, and I'm doing my healthcare administration and service management. It's a part of public health, and in the University of Waterloo, and it's in Canada. So I'm moving for my higher studies. So the growth is always expanding. It will never stop. But you have to decide what you want. You want to go for research, you want that 9 to 5 job, or you want something of your own. It all depends on yourself.
Wow, that's fantastic. So seriously, and yeah, a very big congrats for your growth. And yes, it is a different path you have introduced to the students. Usually, students think, oh my God, this time, for example, if you have not, if the students have not cracked CSAR, definitely it is not the end. Okay, you have some other world, waiting also. So definitely. So what is your opinion for applying to all these clinical research jobs? What kind of expectation is there from an MSc fresher?
So, ma'am, basically, first when I joined after MSc, people usually think we have to go for PhD, because that's the cycle that is going on. BSc, MSc, then PhD. But don't worry, it's not the end. If you don't get into anything, you shouldn't think like, okay, I have to end up somewhere else which I don't like. Sometimes what happen is, like, suppose personally my favorite is immunology, and I don't end up getting into a immuno lab. So but I'm getting a good lab that is like environmental biology. But I know at the end of the day it's not of my interest, so I won't be able to make it, or I won't be able to give my 100% there. So when I entirely think of all those things, I realized, okay, I won't be able to perform good here. That's why I chose the corporate path. So in corporate, what happens, we always have R&D sections where these MSc fresher people can join. Definitely, we have different subsections also, which has like a quality analyst role, or the product analyst, like that. And we have research and development. So in the mostly the MSc fresher people, they apply for research and development. So people who are very keen to go to the lab, research, do the RT-PCR, the PC, everything like the college days, so they can definitely join. Mostly if their dissertation is of that proper research or any of these subjects, so they can definitely join there. But my dissertation was mostly on animal behavior. It was a psychology and the cognitive science kind. So I chose not to go into that path, just to enter into corporate, because I really like dressing up. I really like getting up in the morning and dress up myself, go to the office. So it's good. Like,
Yes.
so, and so like it gives me pleasure from inside. Okay,
Absolutely.
I have to wear this dress today. And I have heard about IQVIA being a very good clinical research organization.
Yeah, so you
And
immediately applied after your MSc, right?
yes, ma'am.
So what were the special skills you exclusively developed to apply to this job? Because like what students say is that, ma'am, I keep on applying for a lot of jobs and nobody is calling me back. So what kind of
Okay.
factor made you to be selected? And if at all some person is coming and giving the resume to you, what as a corporate, what you expect from our freshers? What
So,
keywords?
ma'am, here I want to give a tip to them. It's like sometimes what happened, like we are so much anxious about jobs, and it's like the peer pressure. People are getting into something and we are not getting. So we started forwarding the CVs like that. Like we don't proofread it, we don't filter it as per the requirements. So as per the HRs, they have only 10 to 30 seconds to screen CVs. They just see the requirements, and if it's not matching, and these days now they have technologies, they put one some like they put my CVs, they see the keywords are not matching, they just reject it. So in that case, what I want to tell them is, you have to read the roles and responsibilities clearly, whichever, like whatever mentioned in the requirement, and prepare your resume like that, like whatever skills. So in my case, as it was a clinical research thing, I did one mini course. It's available in Udemy, Coursera, anywhere. And these are very free and with a minimal cost, like 200, 300. 200 we usually spend for a pizza. So it's not a big
Not 200, we spend 700. No, if you want with the friends, definitely we spend more. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did one different phases of clinical trials. It's a small course where you understand how it goes, how the clinical trials work. So I did the minimum course, and the requirement was a basic knowledge on clinical research. So that helped me to get into the interview. After going there, they will definitely ask you basic questions, what you have done, and probably they all see is like, are you a problem solver? Are you able to deal with the difficulties? Are you able to think what happens next? So this is how corporate works. And same goes with R&D also. Which whatever dissertation you have, I would suggest you go with those labs. Like if you have cell biology, then look for something who are working with protein genomes and all those things. Don't go with
Wow.
any random.
Wow, this is a very, very valid tip, I guess. So what, so if at all you are in your second semester or third semester, these students, please note, according to your future interest, you have to do your project. If already your fourth semester is done, then according to the project, you can select the industry. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Probably what happens is like people think, even I used to think, just go with the flow. We will get into the lab, and
Ah.
tomorrow we'll do something, but it doesn't work like that. I believe if you have a planned future, it will be easier for you to opt which section you want to go, like that.
Wow, that's really a great tip, no? Because always I can see, no, I have several batches of students, and always I see like there is a gap between, no, learning and then no work. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Always there is a gap between this academia and industry, and we are trying to bridge the gap, and we are trying to maximize the possibility for the students. And I really want to convey the students, like, if at all they have not qualified it, and what is the minimum qualification they teach with, apart from CSER and GATE? Do they definitely need a competitive exam, or it is okay even if without any competitive exams also these students can apply? What kind of...
No, ma'am. To be very honest, we don't need any corporate exams. But in that case, if they're cracking GATE, or if they have a good GATE score and CSIR score, then it will be very helpful for them. Definitely, if they don't want, yeah, advantage. And if they don't want to end up in a lab, they can end up in a very good position in a corporate. So it's not, they can they can get into a middle level manager, or they can get into somewhere like team lead. So those positions are also there. In a suppose if you have heard of some companies like Novozymes or Pfizer, so those people have always a section where they hire people with these GATE and CSIR.
So yeah, it is also a very good point. You can note that if you have cracked GATE or CSE or any valid all India level exams, your growth rate is little bit fast. So you get a ladder such that you can climb up with the...
Yeah.
If not, also you can take up slow step to reach the position. So both ways it is possible. So it is all up to you to decide your future, but nothing is the end. Everything has an option to move on. Wow, that's... Yes. So personally, how do you feel after how's the work pressure and all? Like, how's the work pressure, work-life balance and all, how it is there with us, with biotech companies and this thing?
Ma'am, the work pressure sometimes is pretty high. And that's why they hire you on that condition. Sometimes, like, it will fluctuate. It is not every day a 9 to 5. It can be a 9 to 7. It can be a 9 to 8. But we manage. It's not a big deal, because there is always a room for learning. So in those extra hours, you definitely end up learning something new or something different, that where you can stand different. So till today, even I'm learning, I'm going for my higher studies, and I'm trying to figure out what best possible option is for me, for my career. So that is how it works. So the pressure is always like fluctuating. There is not every day you have to work hard. It's not like that. You can sometimes you on Fridays, basically we all end up roaming and just like taking multiple breaks and all.
Yes. No, that is all. No, work is also there, fun is also there. Yes.
Yeah. So
Absolutely. So you can expect it is not a stereotype like thing. So see, everybody can always know what happens is at one point aspirants will think after MSc either have to go for teaching or for research. So they don't different variety of opportunities that is hidden out, and they think that okay, industry means only IT based job. Seriously, I can see a very good bloom of biotech based, and also due to this. And what is the effect of COVID on our field, Shweta? Does it have a major hit or bloom, or what kind of thing? Because few say that due to this we get a lot of sequential data, so it is good for us to proceed further. And few say that no, the market is going to go down, this war, this thing, that thing. So what is your opinion on how will be our field? Will it have any effect?
So ma'am, no, actually, basically I would say the graph is not declining. Definitely it's expanding. So the growth is numerous. if you look around, you will find something for yourself. So now what happens is like not even the biotech companies, like the TCS, the Accenture, all these companies are also looking for the MSc microbiology or MSc biotechnology people or the pharma people to deal with the data. So they have a separate clinical data system also. They have a separate section of R&D also. So now also they are accommodating a lot of people. The growth is always higher for the healthcare department or the healthcare field people or the life science people. And it's just that we have to understand how to put our CVs in front of the person who is reading. Sometimes I cannot write everything I know. Sometimes I need to write whatever the like the front person wants to know from me.
Yeah.
And they don't read it. So it's like the growth is always great. I would never say that the growth is not there. And in fact, ma'am, now the state level COVID firms are there, small startups. They are also hiring the biotech people and the microbiology people for some testing or the sample running. There are some positions and managing all those things.
Yeah, so our industry is not hit, it is blooming only. You can see a growth. And as you said,
Yes, ma'am.
this resume, how short should be the resume to impress a person? It should be short or long, or which best tip you can give to our students such that they can build a good resume?
So, ma'am,
Take any
initially,
special services for that, or you just browsed and you learned by yourself how to make a good resume? Because I think now commercially so much is available in the market for resume writing. Do they seriously need to go to such specialists, or they can only search and make it impressive?
no, ma'am. Those things are really not needed, because those are like marketing strategy that we will build a great resume for you. I always say, like, nobody knows you better than yourself. So you know yourself very better.
Exactly.
So how the third person will write, okay, you know this and that. So make it short, definitely. Very not very short, just short. If you don't have any experience, don't feel bad, because you have skills, like Microsoft Office, you have mastery in Excel, or you have some subject expertise. So you don't have to worry. Experience comes once you start. So don't worry about all these things. Or if you have volunteer somewhere, like the freshers, they don't have any experience, but they have done some summer internships, or sometimes they volunteer in the NGOs. All those things really matter, because in a company, they look for team building activities, or a team thing is very important. In those volunteering part, it will clearly shows that, okay, you are a team person. You work within a team, just not beyond the team, and very helpful nature. So all those things get brings up from those part. And apart from that, the technical skill, whatever you have learned, like any small skill in the school, because we have in MSc and microbiology, we all have one subject called bioinformatics, and in that we learn a lot of technical skills. So you can always put up all those skills in your resume. So that helps a lot. And initially, actually, I was taking a small this
Certifications, Coursera and all, they're offering certifications, right?
yeah.
Is it valuable for the aspirants? I think they have to pay some 1,000 or something from NPTEL, I guess. So is it valuable to do them, or do you have any idea whether it works?
Ma'am, basically not all the certificates are required. So I chose to do one certificate, and if I go into Udemy, the courses are very minimal. It's like some 300, 400. I have searched it, and there is a one course in Coursera also. There are some tips you have to write to the Coursera people that you want to study this certification, and sometimes they provide you for free.
Oh, great.
So It's just like that, so not an issue. And ma'am, even I was helping few people because of the pandemic. Many people lost their jobs, so I was helping them in writing resumes also, like what was the
Wow.
requirement and where they were going wrong. So it's not like they can always reach out in any doubt or any help. I'm here always, so not
Wow,
an issue.
that's really a very, very great helping hand from you. So sweet and so nice of you as always. So seriously, our students are very much blessed to interact with you, to get an idea. Seriously, because of all this situation, majority of my students are a little bit down, like when the next exam happen, why I'm not able to do this. Probably if you will be cracking it, but those the other part who are not cracking it or in depression, I seriously believe that your thing is definitely very, very valuable and enlightening, bringing light to their life. So God bless you a lot, Shweta, in all the
Thank you very much, ma'am.
sectors. Your growth, I really want to see you in great, great heights. And God bless you, Shweta. So nice of you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. Okay, guys. So please, do take up the key points. Please do note it down what you should do and what is a very beautiful life waiting for you. So don't get upset. Don't get depressed. Move ahead. Life is big. Thank you all.